All right, now I'm joined once again by meteorologist Daniel McDonald for a check of your forecast. Daniel, we had a stormy night, huh?
Yes, it does look like we had a bit of storm activity yesterday and even a little bit into the evening, where we did have a tornado warning issued for areas of Lafayette County, just on the very southeastern edge there. Fortunately, we didn't see any damage. No tornado did touch down. But again, severe weather season is pretty much arriving here, and we're going to have at least one more chance here this week, though today is going to be calm. 70 degrees, cloudy skies expected throughout the day, so we're not going to warm up too much further from where we are, but 70 to start off here in Memphis is, I think so far from what I've seen, the warmest start we've had to a day in the Memphis proper city area. Other spots have hit 70. We are in 70, I think, still in Truman and Bolivar, with fog looking pretty good across the area. 7 miles in both Memphis and Clarksdale is about as intense as it looks. A little bit of some denser fog out further to our north and east near the Jackson area. But here in our region, things are looking pretty visible, pretty clear as we head out the door. Skies should stay dry, as we are going to stay cloudy, but I don't really think we're going to see any showers. Maybe a few thunderstorms later tonight on the weaker side, but severe weather, this again is going to be a bit of a break here as we see those temperatures stay again in the 70s, but getting close to 80, not too far off from the record of 82 for this date. And the lows earlier were a little bit cooler in the 60s, but the fact that we have warmed up to 70 by around that 6 a.m. hour and now into 7 a.m. is showing good signs here of a warm day ahead. Clouds and radar, again, showing clouds that are going to continue to flow in from the west. We shouldn't see any rain, though. We can see an example of some shower activity sort of fading off as it moves here from parts of Arkansas into Mississippi just to our southwest. So that is giving us a lot of confidence that we won't really see much of note here today besides those cloudy skies. It's going to be tomorrow, however, that we are going to be back in the forecast for severe storms. A 2 out of 5 slight risk is in effect for the entire area. This is the largest sort of severe weather risk we've had over the last couple of days, where we've had a few severe risks and events play out on both Saturday and yesterday. But this is definitely the largest area we have seen, the entire area, every county in that slight risk. So I do think we are going to see a line of storms end up developing as a result, very similar to what had occurred on Saturday across the area. We're going to see those storms in the evening. A few in the late morning to early afternoon hours are going to stay on the weaker side, but they will, I think, precede that initial or that sort of latter line of storms that moves on through by later on in the afternoon. And then as we head towards around 3 to 4 p.m., that's probably when we're going to start to see that clear line forming, and that is when we will receive, I think, the heaviest of these storms. Strong winds and heavy rain are going to be the main concerns here. Yesterday it was more so with hail, but this time I think looking like the structure of storms we had seen on Saturday, it should be those stronger winds around 60 miles per hour or so, and heavy rain building behind it. It's going to sweep through the area, probably starting to affect the edges of our region by around 6 to 7 p.m. And then as we head towards later into that overnight period after sunset, we'll be seeing dry conditions, or drier, maybe just a few showers lingering behind. And then Thursday is looking to stay pretty much entirely dry with more sunshine this time. So we'll have a nice little reward here by the end of the week. But to be aware of these severe weather risks: strong winds, heavy rain, hail, possible tornadoes, once again, extremely unlikely. But again, the warnings that we do see out of rotation indicated on radar, we did have a warning yesterday and on Saturday. Even though we didn't see anything touch down, we will want to be prepared here to possibly see some warnings out of these systems, just given that it is this time of the year where we do have the potential for these storms to become suddenly strong. But we do have a pretty good estimation here of the intensity and the timing for tomorrow on Wednesday. Between 2 to 9 p.m. is going to be that window that we'll expect for storms to be moving through. Heavy rain, high wind gust, making sure we secure loose objects and monitor that forecast situation here, as again, this is sort of the highest confidence and most sort of widespread forecast we've had of severe weather of the last 3 events with severe storms. So that'll be something to pay attention to. But for today, immediately speaking, we don't really have to worry about much, as we'll see those highs in the upper 70s with cloudy skies, likely going to stay totally dry until tonight, where we could have a few showers, maybe a few stray thunderstorms, but anything on that stronger side is pretty much totally out of the question, at least until we get towards further on into Wednesday, late morning, early afternoon, where or even then, we should stay on the weaker side of any sort of preceding thunderstorms before the main line will arrive by later on in the evening. A few of those storms probably going to be severe, and probably including a few severe warnings with hail and strong winds. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s, a little cooler because that arrival of storms will cap temperatures a bit, but we're going to see this time a cool down in the wake of storms passing through. We'll be in the upper 50s for high temperatures on Thursday and lows in the 40s Thursday night, so a bit below average for the first time in several weeks, definitely for the first time this month in March, but we'll be right back in the upper 60s to 70s range for the end of the week and the start of the weekend. A little bit of rain on Sunday, no thunderstorms forecast as of right now. And then Monday of next week, we may have highs all the way back down in the upper 40s to lower 50s, so definitely some changes occurring along the way as soon as we get past this risk. Another weather impact alert for Wednesday afternoon.